Happy Valentine's Day. Hope everybody's had a good couple of days. I am still sick. I'm going to just pop on and invite some people here real quick. Try to do it real quick. Yeah, still sick. Cough's probably going to stay around for a little while. Stomach is kind of back and forth. I have a day where I think, okay, I think I'm getting better, and then the next day I don't feel so good again. So we'll just have to keep hoping for the best and waiting. I think this is my body's way of telling me I've been wanting to lose weight for a while, and I'm not very good at it because I love food. I love to eat food. Anything yummy, sweet, chocolatey, cookies, cakes, brownies, all weaknesses of mine. And so I think the universe just like, well, you're not going to do it on your own, so we're going to give you a little help whether you like it or not. So sometimes be careful what you wish for, right? So we're going to talk about Valentine's Day and love, but while I'm doing this here real quick, I did put a post up about what you guys were looking for to do for medicine bundles. And a couple people said prosperity, and one person had said protection. I know somebody else in the feed had said possibly weight loss. So I did a little bit of research on that real quick, so we'll go over that. So if you're looking to do prosperity, we're gonna do one. I'm gonna do a medicine bundle with you on a live at some point. But basically what we've been kind of doing is preparing so you have an idea of what you might need when it comes time for us to finally do that video. So I've done a little digging. If you are looking at doing a medicine bundle on prosperity, I would recommend that your cloth and or your ribbon be green, color of money. For protection, normally that is black. So you might want to do, again, either the cloth or the ribbon in black. And you don't have to get like plain black or plain green. You can get something with a design on it. You could, have some fun with it and get something different. Maybe you'll find a piece of green cloth that actually has little dollar bill signs on it or something, so you can have fun with it. It doesn't have to just be serious. For weight loss, again, I'm not really sure. I've been trying to kind of dig into maybe like what chakra that would go with. I know it's definitely going to be one of the lower chakras, but I want to get a definite answer for you, so I haven't got that yet. So if you were going to do something on prosperity, some of the herbs that you might want to work with, and I love these because I tried to find ones that you would like probably already have in your house. I don't want to send you off for an herb that just you can't find around here or going to cost you a small fortune to purchase or anything like that. So I tried to out of the whole list, I tried to pick ones that I thought would be, pretty common for people. So for protection, you can use bay leaves, basil, thyme, ginger, and chamomile. So those are pretty much all ones you can just buy at the grocery store if you don't already have them in your cupboard. For chamomile, you could get some chamomile tea and break open the bag and use it that way. So again, I tried to find things that would be really easy for you guys to get access to. And I really think it's cool when you can take things out of your cupboard and put an intention to them. and realize that they're not just a spice that you put on your chicken. For prosperity, some of the oils, if you have essential oils, again, I've tried to pick ones that were pretty easy, that are pretty accessible. You know, I didn't pick any foreign exotic things, but so cinnamon, myrrh, sandalwood, ginger, orange, and patchouli are all ones that you could use for prosperity. So if that's a bundle that you're looking for, those are some of the things that you could maybe start gathering. For protection, the herbs you could use would be allspice, basil, bay, cinnamon, and clove. Again, all things that you could have right in your cupboard or get right at the grocery store. The oils, lavender, lemon, frankincense, sage, and peppermint. Again, all things that, if you work with essential oils, pretty much you're going to have either patchouli or cinnamon or myrrh or sage or frankincense, peppermint. And so I tried to, again, pick ones that were pretty common. I don't want to be sending people out to spend buku bucks on this, unless you want to. And then you can say, well, I want some rare, weird thing, and I can find something for you. For the weight loss one, your herbs that you could use are cinnamon, cayenne pepper, rosemary, cardamom, and ginger. And your oils that you could be using could be grapefruit, ginger, bergamot, fennel, or peppermint. So, just if those are bundles that you want to work with, those are some of the things you can start to gather. It'll probably be a couple weeks, so maybe in the next video I will give you some recommendations of objects to put in there, and then maybe I will give you some recommendations of elemental things we can put in there, and then once we kind of have all these little pieces together, we'll go ahead and put the bundles together. Sorry. And as always, these videos are going to be up there on the group. I don't take them down. So, if you need to go back to them, you certainly can. Or if you don't do it at that time and you say, well, I'll do it later, you can always bring the video back up. Again, I apologize for my throat. It is getting better every day, but the more I talk, the worse it gets. So I kind of have to do some short videos. Oh, and I was so excited about the medicine bundles that I didn't think to do anything else. So we'll kind of sage, and I'm going to light my candle at the same time and kind of speed up the process here a little bit. So I'm going to sage a little bit. Love the smell of it. And it's really good for me right now because sage is antibacterial. So it will help get rid of bacteria. All right, so we've got the sage going. We've got the candle going. Before I get too far into talking about Valentine's Day, we'll pull a new chakra card. Seems like my arms get shorter every time I try to use this cupboard. All right, so the one we pulled, again, it's been a couple weeks, so was Light Codes. And that was for the third eye chakra. So we're going to put that one back. And shuffle through and pull a new card. And again, just a reminder that I'm not pulling a card for anybody particular. We're just going to pull a card just to kind of help learn. All right, so we'll see what that one is. What's everybody got planned for Valentine's Day? Anything fancy? I think we're just going to go out this weekend. Not feeling the greatest still. All right, so we got divine alignment, and that is for our Earth Star chakra. And so, like a shooting star that has glided onto the depths of the Earth's expanse, so too are you, gracefully gliding along and grounding into the terrain with a message only you can bring. Do you remember your sacred offering? Have you tapped into the breadth and depth of your mystery? Shine and allow yourself to be seen, and be open widely to the wisdom of this journey. So the herb is red clover, and the crystal is tektite. And I don't have tektite, so I can't show you that. And I know it's backwards for you guys, so it's kind of hard to see that. All right, so Valentine's Day. I've always kind of liked Valentine's Day, even though I kind of feel like, again, it's been commercialized. Just another holiday for the stores to convince you that you need to buy stuff. So you don't have to buy stuff. So I'm going to give you a couple of little things to do for Valentine's Day that doesn't involve buying flowers and chocolate and going out to dinner. And I know there's people out there that, don't have a significant other to share Valentine's with, and that is perfectly okay. Valentine's Day and doesn't have to be about partnership relationships. It's just a good day for love. So you could spend it with your best friend, your mom, your kids, your dog. So we're going to just go through some of these and go over some of the ways that you can bring in love into your Valentine's Day, whether you have a significant other or not, and you don't need to spend money for it. Number one, love yourself. That is the number one thing. If you can't stand to be with yourself, then not many other people are going to stand to be with you either. Harsh truth, but it is the truth. I know for a long time I struggled with that. Not so much the love myself, but to be with myself, just to be with myself. I always felt like I needed somebody in my life. I needed some sort of significant other. If I didn't have a boyfriend at the time, I always had a roommate. There was always friends around. There wasn't very much time that I spent just by myself. And try to make a long story short, but relationships didn't really work out very well for me. And then I finally got to a place where I was like, you know what? I was very comfortable going home after work, making dinner, putting the kids to bed, and just reading a book by myself. I didn't need to have that, I needed to have somebody there feeling. And it wasn't actually long after that Eric and I got together. But I think that was one of the core things that I needed, because in relationships, I was just looking for somebody to make me whole, and I needed to make myself whole before I could be in a relationship with somebody. So I think that's very important. So if you're really having a hard time struggling with relationships, or you're just jumping into relationships, relationships aren't lasting very long, try just being not in a relationship for a while. Get used to being with yourself and being okay with yourself. Spend some time alone. So again, loving yourself is very important. And really, it's not that hard. You can do the typical pros and cons. Go down and list all the things that are great about you. And then, you make a con list of things that are not so great about you, and there are things you can work on. Some things might be just being aware may help solve the problem. Some other ones might need a little bit of work, but again, I think that is the number one thing. If you are somebody that is like, my relationships are not working out, they come and go, they don't seem to be the right fit, whatever it is, just spend some time by yourself for a little while, and make that list of pros and cons, things that are good about you and things that are not so great about you that you could work on. And once you get to a spot where you're really comfortable just being by yourself, which sounds funny because once you get to that spot where you're like, I'm good, I'm by myself, I'm okay with that, that's usually when the love will come and it will find you. But always gotta love yourself first. It's true. So the second thing you can do, which is a little bit more less dramatic than the first one, reach out today. Call a friend you haven't talked to for a while. Send a text message to them. Call your mom. Just reach out to somebody today that is important to you, and just tell them that you're thinking about them, that you love them, and that you hope you can get together sometime soon. Anything like that. Just letting people know that you're thinking about them and that they're loved. Get out of your comfort zone. That one's hard. For me anyway. I'm not a spontaneous jump kind of person. But if you got an invitation to it's not so much around here, but a lot of different places have single bars for Valentine's Day, or single party for Valentine's Day, and you think that's not anything you would normally go to, you're not going to know anybody there, go. And if you're not having a good time, you can leave. You don't have to stay there forever. If you go and you don't like it, you can leave, but you might enjoy it and you might meet somebody. So go do something that you might not normally do. Go to dinner by yourself. I know that's really hard at Valentine's Day. I think it's hard anytime to go to dinner by yourself. But go to dinner by yourself. Buy yourself steak and lobster, or I don't know, whatever it is you've been wanting that is one of your favorite things. Go to dinner and order just ice cream and a brownie sundae and a glass of champagne. Just do something that you wouldn't normally do to kind of treat yourself. Acknowledge love. So even if you don't have a partner, or even if you do have a partner, but just kind of sit down and again, take a piece of paper, make a list, and list down all the people that love you. Your kids, your parents, your dog, your cat, your fish. Maybe it's a coworker. Just make a list of all the people that love you. And then make a list of all the people that you love. And when you sit back and look at it and realize, okay, maybe I don't have a significant other, but I have all these great people in my life that love me and that I love. And I guess I have a lot more love than I realized I did. Kindness. So this is a big thing for me, kindness. I talk about it every video. I talk about being kind. So today, take that little extra step with kindness. Instead of, usually I say, you just don't get aggravated with the slow lady at the grocery store. That's my perfect example, because that's one of the things I struggle with, is when you're in a hurry and the lady in front of you has got to count out exact change in all pennies, and you're just like, maybe that's the only way she can get groceries. Maybe that's all the money she has. But anyway, so take that a step more today. Give somebody a compliment. I love your hair. I love that necklace. That shirt looks great on you. So take it that extra step today at Valentine's Day and just really, throw those compliments out there. Don't throw out a compliment that you don't really mean. You don't want to sound insincere or sarcastic, but there's all kinds of things that we do every day that I see people and it's like, oh, I really like her boots. But you don't say that, Why not? Why don't we? Because we've just trained ourselves that we don't talk to strangers, or that we don't have time to stop and talk to somebody in the grocery store or whatever. But today, make it a point. If somebody's, got on a great pair of boots, just let them know, I love your boots. You don't have to ask them how much they were. You don't have to ask them where they got them. You don't have to go into a big conversation with them. Just the simple compliment. I really love your hair. That shirt, that color looks great on you. Make it extra special today. So compliments are just the best thing. Send somebody a text again, and don't do, not one of those like mass, like the little teddy bear throwing out the heart and you send it to everybody in your messenger list. That's not what I'm talking about. I hate those things. They're very impersonal. But actually type out a message. Hey, was just thinking about you. Have a great Valentine's Day. Lots of love. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be super, super personal. Just like I said, hey, was thinking about you. Hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Talk to you soon. Try sending that out to 5 people that you haven't talked to for a while. Make something for someone. Again, you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to go out and get expensive chocolates or flowers or anything. Make something for someone. Could be anything. Make a little craft for someone. Maybe you got a cupcake mix in the cupboard and you can mix up some cupcakes and go give 5 friends each a cupcake or something. So again, it doesn't have to be super expensive. I know to make something you kind of have to have something, but a lot of times, if you look around in your house, you realize that you have stuff you could use right in the house. Especially me, because I love to buy crafts and then put them in a trunk and not use them. So you can go back and do that. One of my favorite things that I've been stuck on right now is I get the candles at the dollar store and then I decorate them, whether it's ribbons, I put pictures on them, I burn them down a little bit and either put essential oils or some herbs in them so they a little bit, more than just the candle. But there's definitely a lot of things you can do that are super easy that don't cost a lot of money. And then last is let go. So if you're holding on to that relationship that got away and you're just, stuck on it, or the relationship that the guy or girl was a total jerk or cheated on you or anything like that, just today's a great day to just let it go. If it's not serving you, let it go. If those things happened, they're not a good relationship for you. If they cheated on you, they ended badly, lied, any of those things, heartbreak, maybe you thought they were the best relationship ever, and then one day they're just like, see you, bye, I'm done. I'm over this relationship. Moving on to something else. They're not serving you. Those relationships were not serving you. So you need to let them go, because you are not going to move on and find what you're really looking for when you're holding on to something from the past. If you're holding on with both hands to Tom, who was an ass. You're holding on this way. You're not ready to see what's going to be handed to you this way. I mean, it's really simple, but it's complex at the same time, right? But you have to be ready and open and willing to receive whatever's going to come in, because you could have a great guy or girl right beside you, but you're still focused on Tom, who was an ass. Let Tom go. Bill is better. I don't know, making up names. But it's so true. So many people hold on to that relationship that they thought was the love of their life, that they thought was going to last forever, that they thought was perfect for them. And it just ended. And there wasn't closure, or there wasn't an explanation, or you just don't understand what happened. You don't need to. You don't need to understand. I know as people, we want an answer. We want to know why. Why don't you love me? Why was I not good enough? You know? But who cares? His loss, her loss. Move on. Find somebody better. And I think sometimes just letting it go, you'll feel that you'll just relax and you'll be more comfortable and you'll be more approachable to other people. So, love yourself, reach out, step out of your comfort zone, acknowledge the love you already have, do some kind of act of kindness, just a little one, but something, and let go of anything that's not serving you. So again, they're real simple, but sometimes they can be tricky. But they don't really need to be. Sometimes we just make things more complicated than they need to be. So before I go, I just want to, again, so Valentine's is not necessarily about a partnership love. That is what the stores have convinced you that they are, that you need to buy the mushy card and the flowers and the chocolates, and you need to go out to dinner and you need to buy a $200 ring or earrings or jewelry or whatever, and you don't really need to do any of that. Yeah, it would be great if Eric bought me a ring. I mean, he has bought me. I have lots of rings here that are from Valentine's Day. This is from Valentine's Day. This is from Valentine's Day. But you know, I don't need that. You know, so we've had Valentine's Days where, yeah, he does buy me something expensive, but we've also had Valentine's Day where we're just gonna stay home and have dinner together like we do every night. But anyway, Valentine's Day is about love, not about gifts, and not about necessarily being in a relationship with someone. So it could be about your friendship love. Again, reach out to that friend you haven't talked to for a while and just let them know that you're thinking about them today and that you hope they have a good Valentine's Day. It can be parental or child. So again, reach out to your kids, reach out to your parents, just say, thinking of you, have a great Valentine's Day, lots of love. You know, easy stuff. An unconditional love. So again, that can be your kids or your parents. Not everybody is in that place with them, but so it could be those. It could be your pets, or it could be a partner. You know, so it doesn't have to be though. And then there is the sexual, emotional, passionate kind of love, which I hope is with a partner. But hey, you do what makes you you. Okay? I'm not going to judge anybody for anything that they're going to do or not going to do. But love is all different kinds of love. It is not just about a boyfriend or a girlfriend or husband or wife or significant other kind of love. There's lots and lots of kinds of loves out there. And again, I know Valentine's Day is hard for people because, they're like, well, I'm single, I don't have anybody. That is not true. You should always have yourself. You should always love yourself. And again, if you're in that spot today where you're just really struggling because you're like, nobody loves me, I don't have anybody, sit down and make a list. Your parents, kids, friends, your pets. There's people out there that love you. And there's people out there that we love that we don't always tell that to. So think of it on the opposite side. There's always people out there that do love you, and they don't, maybe they don't tell you every day, just like we don't tell other people every day that we love them. So, and a big thing for me that I'm really working on is just telling people I love you. And because for some strange reason, I don't know if it's me or what, but that was never like a really big thing with my whole family. Like, I see families, like, every time they say goodbye to each other, they give each other a hug and a kiss and say they love you. And like, that was really not my family. And not that it was wrong or right. It just wasn't something that we did. It wasn't something that I did with my kids. I was never big hug and kiss and I love you when they, came in or left or anything like that. Sorry, my throat's starting to go. But I'm really trying to just tell people that, even people that are not my family. If there's somebody that's important to me, and it's not a mushy I love you, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. But like, I saw a friend of mine one day, and we chatted and everything, and then when we were getting ready to say goodbye, I gave her a quick hug and just said, see you later, lots of love you. Because I want people out there to know that I love them. And I want people out there to realize that it's okay to say I love you to people, that it's not weird or freaky, that people don't have to get weirded out when you say I love you. Sometimes, depending on the person, I may ask them if it's okay if I hug them. I do have some friends out there that just really do not like to be touched, whether it's just a personal space thing, or I have friends that are just not comfortable with germs. So you can kind of feel that out. But I've asked people, is it okay if I give you a hug? I want to give you a hug. And I hug them. But even if they're not okay with a hug, you can, just say, I love you. And you don't have to make it a big thing. You can just, when you're going out the door, see you later, talk to you later, love you, bye. We've been taught on the phone that we say that to our husbands or our wives. So why not our kids? Why not our parents? Why not our friends? I told my coworker the other day I loved her. And she's important to me. So I told her I loved her. It was kind of a joking around thing. We were, kind of giving each other a hard time because that's what we do. But I said, well, I love you. So, all right. I got to go. I'm getting really raspy sounding. And we'll talk some more on our medicine bundles that we're going to make. I will keep an eye on the poll I started to see if anybody else, sorry, to see if anybody else puts something else in there besides the couple of things that we've already talked about. Time to go to work. Yeah, so again, like I always say, be kind today, but really today try to give somebody a compliment, even if it's like just a really weird, simple compliment. I love your shirt, I love your boots, I love your hair, anything easy, just, but it'll make somebody's day, I'm sure. And again, there's people out there that really struggle with Valentine's Day, and maybe you will end up giving a compliment to one of those people and really making their Valentine's Day, that somebody noticed them. Sometimes we go through life thinking that when we're alone, that people just don't see us, that we're kind of invisible, that people don't notice us. And so a simple compliment to somebody could really change their day. So sometimes it's really a simple little thing. A 3 or 4 word sentence could really just change somebody's day. So that is my mission for you today. If you choose to accept my challenge, I don't know, being weird. All right, so go have a great day. Have a great Valentine's Day. Remember, it's not about getting chocolates. It's about letting people know that you love them. Okay? So have a great day.